What you're about to see challenges everything modern construction stands for. No steel beams, no welded joints, just wood, precision, and a centuries-old technique that's stronger than you'd imagine. This is how master craftsmen build a complete home using mortise and tenon joinery, where every connection is a handcrafted puzzle piece. The site gets leveled with heavy machinery, a tractor clears debris and smooths the ground. A cement-based slab follows, creating the stable platform everything else depends on. Here's what makes this different. Concrete foundation, yes, but everything above it? Pure timber construction. Watch as raw logs transform under the craftsman's hands. Electric planers and hand tools strip away rough bark and irregularities. Every cut matters. Measurements are marked with care before the chainsaw bites through wood, following those lines like a surgeon's scalpel. Concrete blocks dot the slab at measured intervals. These aren't decorative. They're solving two problems at once. First, they lift the wooden frame off the ground, letting air circulate underneath. Second, they create a moisture barrier. Here's the genius behind this method: the mortise and tenon joint. Think of it as architecture's original Lego system. One piece of wood gets a protruding tongue carved into it. That's the tenon. The other piece receives a matching hole, the mortise. Slide them together and physics does the rest. No screws holding it together. No nails working loose over time. Just wood grain interlocking with wood grain, resisting every pull and twist nature throws at it. But here's the catch. This demands absolute precision. We're talking millimeter-level accuracy. The frame serves as the skeleton for the entire structure. And unlike conventional buildings, with their reinforced concrete and steel rebar, this relies entirely on how perfectly each joint fits together. One measurement off, the whole system weakens. The roof framing begins with heavyweight beams positioned carefully across the top. These support flat planks that create the roof's base layer, the foundation for whatever weather-resistant material comes next. Excess wood gets trimmed away, leaving clean lines and a complete frame for both the house body and its protective roof. A second structure rises beside the main building, a smaller wing following the same blueprint. Concrete blocks arranged across the slab. A crane hoists the prefabricated wooden frame into position. Same mortise and tenon technique throughout, using properly dried and treated timber. Additional wooden partitions slot into place, reinforcing the frame's rigidity. Stability comes from repetition and precision, not from bolts and brackets. Time to weatherproof this structure. Traditional clay tiles begin their climb up the roof frame. The system uses several tile types: standard field tiles for the main coverage, plus specialized verge, ridge, and hip tiles for corners and edges. Decorative finials crown the peaks and porches, functional art that's been finishing Asian roofs for centuries. The overlapping pattern is critical. Each tile row covers the one below it, creating a water-shedding cascade. Rain hits the top, flows down the overlaps, and never finds a way through. End caps seal off the ridge ends, protecting the underlying structure and giving everything a professional, complete appearance. A bandsaw station gets set up for converting logs into uniform planks. Precision matters here. If you're joining wood with mortise and tenon, dimensional consistency is non-negotiable. First priority, removing all bark. Bark harbors woodworms, and letting those insects establish themselves would be catastrophic. They eat wood from the inside out, invisibly destroying structural integrity until the building becomes unstable. The treatment is simple but absolute. All bark must go. Interior walls start shaping the open layout into clearly defined rooms. Each plank is cut to perfectly match the exact dimensions outlined in the blueprint, ensuring both solid structural integrity and a clean, visually aligned appearance throughout the space. A laser level ensures accuracy. The builder marks connection points with laser-guided precision, guaranteeing that every mortise and tenon will align perfectly when the time comes to join them. Installing the first floor requires a support system of wooden beams spanning between frame sections. These act as the floor's backbone. Get these rails wrong, and the entire floor above becomes unstable. Concrete blocks slide beneath the beams to dampen vibration. Nobody wants a floor that bounces and creaks underfoot. Before floorboards go down, the electrical system gets rough-wired. Protective conduits snake beneath the floor joists, creating a hidden network of power that will later feed outlets and fixtures throughout the house. Floorboards come next, cut to exact dimensions and installed with deliberate gaps, just a few millimeters between plank edges and walls. Wood expands in humidity. That gap gives it room to breathe without buckling or damaging surrounding structures. The second floor follows the same process, but with added consideration. Those support beams pulling double duty as the first floor's ceiling. Every visible surface gets sanded smooth with electric sanders, removing splinters and rough spots. As flooring progresses, walls rise simultaneously, interior and exterior partitions mounting in tandem. Boards slide between vertical supports, slotting into pre-cut joints with satisfying precision. The attic gets the same treatment. Boards between posts, everything fitting like it was always meant to be there. A wooden layer separates the second floor ceiling from the attic space above. Beams provide structure, planks fill the gaps between them, curved spaces and awkward corners require creative solutions. Watch how the carpenter handles this. A stick with a pencil attached becomes a radius gauge. He traces curves around posts, maintaining constant distance to create perfect templates. Cut along that line, and the piece drops into place like it grew there. Even in an all-wood house, certain areas demand different materials. Bathrooms need concrete block construction. Wood simply can't handle the constant moisture exposure. After walls rise, the roof slab goes in. Metal framework forms the structure, filled with mesh reinforcement and topped with a sand-cement mixture. The surface gets leveled meticulously, with special attention to eliminating any gaps in the metal mesh. Interior and exterior walls receive plaster coatings. Stairs demand mathematical precision. Start by measuring total rise, the vertical distance from bottom to top. Divide that by the standard step height to determine how many steps you need. Each step notch gets cut with a miter saw and refined with woodworking chisels until the fit is perfect. The second stringer receives identical treatment. Standard dimensions matter for safety. 17 to 20 centimeters for each rise. Minimum 23 centimeters for tread depth. Anything less, and feet don't land comfortably or safely. Wooden braces connect the two stringers from both sides, maximizing structural strength. Treads and risers slot into their prepared positions. The completed staircase attaches securely to the upper floor. LED strips installed beneath each step add modern elegance. An electrician runs hidden wiring throughout the staircase structure, connecting everything to the main distribution panel. Wooden paneling encloses the understair space, transforming dead space into practical storage while maintaining clean visual lines. Handrails complete the safety equation. While technically optional, they're critical for preventing falls. In this case, one side butts against a wall, natural support, so only the open side needs railing. Every joint gets precision fitted for long-term stability. Custom frames for doors and windows get built using the same joinery principles. Mortise and tenon connections at panel ends, 45-degree angle cuts on inner sides for clean joints. Decorative mesh panels will fill the open areas designed for natural light. The wood panels get carefully notched without compromising structural integrity, then fitted with secondary cut panels to create uniform mesh patterns. Measurements for the mesh must be exact, both for fit and aesthetics. Sliding mechanisms attach to portions of the mesh, allowing smooth open-close operation. The design remains consistent across all doors and windows, creating visual cohesion throughout the space. The main hall stands complete and enclosed, flooded with natural sunlight streaming through those mesh panel windows. Now comes finishing. Electric sanders smooth every surface to uniformity, eliminating imperfections. Wood-colored filler mixed with pigment fills any gaps, creating seamless transitions. An air gun blasts away dust, leaving pristine surfaces ready for coating. Clear, colorless varnish goes on first via spray application. Protection and preservation for the natural wood beauty beneath. After the clear coat, pigmented finish follows. Rich color chosen for luxurious appearance gets mixed into base coat and sprayed evenly across every surface. This treatment covers everything: ceilings, floors, stairs, windows, doors. Interior and exterior surfaces all receive the same care, though exterior treatment is especially critical. Rain, cold, and intense sun all attack exposed wood. Two coats provide optimal protection and flawless appearance. Treated doors and windows get reinstalled. Stationary components fit securely into main frames. Sliding doors receive rail-mounted roller mechanisms, allowing effortless gliding motion. Before the final floor layer, electrical infrastructure gets completed beneath the first floor layer. Plastic conduits snake throughout the house, delivering power to every room. Smaller beams attach to the first floor layer, creating the structure for the second flooring installation. High-quality wood flooring gets installed, surface pre-treated to match interior design. Since the wood has been thoroughly dried and treated, no expansion gaps are needed. Planks can install directly against walls without risk. Wires pull up through the floor to designated locations for outlets and power sources. The transformation is immediate and dramatic. Every detail harmonizes: color, style, texture, creating elegant, cohesive interior spaces. Furnishing begins with the bedroom. A custom wooden bed takes shape. Right-sized planks get selected, marked according to design sketches, and cut with drilling machines. These become the bed frame components. Woodworking chisels refine cuts for perfect fits. Wood glue goes on joints before assembly. Horizontal pieces insert into cut sections, forming stable bed structure. The headboard requires multiple planks with curved edges that interlock together. Glue gets applied, components get clamped, and the drying wait begins. Meanwhile, the headboard frame takes shape. Joints cut at 45-degree angles connect together cleanly. The footboard receives the same treatment, just slightly shorter than its headboard counterpart. Spray application delivers the first light paint layer. After drying, a second darker coat enhances the finish. The completed bed gets positioned in the bedroom, side panels installed for extra stability, and mattress placed on top. The result? Beautiful craftsmanship perfectly complementing the room's design. The kitchen deserves special attention. It's where families gather and memories form. The floor sits too low, so soil fills the area to correct height, then gets leveled and compacted for stability. Sand and cement mixture creates a smooth, solid base for final floor covering. One of the project's highlights building a traditional smokeless stove. A floor section gets cut out for plumbing. In marked areas, brick construction begins. Brick withstands high temperatures better than any alternative, perfect for stove building. This traditional stove relies entirely on craftsmanship. Careful fire brick placement and internal channel design determine performance. A granite slab reinforced with rebar and concrete creates a supporting surface, strong, durable, and perfect for placing kitchen items. Compacted soil fills the stove's outer sides, creating insulation that traps heat and improves efficiency. Smooth plaster seals everything and creates a clean finish. A large wok gets installed on the surface. The craftsman marks the wok's radius, then constructs the upper platform with fire-resistant bricks. This is rural China's answer to efficient cooking, locally sourced bricks and clay combined with traditional techniques. The solid foundation ensures durability and excellent heat retention. The stove center remains open for rising heat. Compacted soil fills outer walls. Smooth plaster covers all surfaces. Rebar gets added to the platform, metal that retains heat even after the fire dies, maintaining steady cooking temperature. Two stoves create a highly efficient cooking station capable of handling multiple tasks simultaneously. Both stoves receive careful interior and exterior plastering for clean finish and lasting performance. The wok installation area gets filled with concrete for solid, stable base. Granite slab gets marked and cut for precise wok opening. The slab gets secured onto the surface. Granite's heat-resistant properties make it ideal for this application, offering both practicality and beauty. The entire stovetop and sides get covered with smooth granite slabs, creating cohesive, polished appearance. This enhances durability while providing sleek, modern finish. Tile installation follows. Straight lines and exact spacing between tiles are mandatory. Walls receive the same treatment. Kitchen counter gets installed with granite tiles cut to required dimensions, secured with cement mixture. Sink mounts in its cutout area. Thick cement layer strengthens the surface. Rebar adds structure. Then cement and granite tiles complete the installation. Proper chimney installation ensures correct airflow. Appliances complete the kitchen. Gas stove set into counter. Compact stainless steel sink for easy washing and prep. Modern faucet adding convenience and style. Time for the test. Water gets poured into the wok, fire gets lit, and the builder observes airflow and combustion. Everything checks out. The chimney draws smoke efficiently. Water reaches boiling point, confirming strong and consistent heat distribution. A ventilation system with large corrugated pipes mounted in ceiling connects to the hood, preventing steam accumulation during cooking. Natural stone becomes the bathroom sink, a challenging material requiring patience, precision, and care. As the stone gets shaped, fine dust and particles fill the air, making protective gear essential. An electric breaker carefully carves out the intersection, which then gets cleaned and refined. Special polishing solution smooths the surface, creating clean, refined finish. A circular drill creates the center opening for drainage pipe installation. An old cabinet gets repurposed to mount the sink. The craftsman sands away old damaged paint, polishes with electric sander, cuts stands to size, and installs shelves and doors for storage. Light torch burning creates darker effect. The burnt layer gets completely removed, first brushed off, then cleaned with air release device. The stone sink fits perfectly on the renovated cabinet. Drain pipe and faucet get installed. Shelves go on walls, mirror hangs above sink. That seemingly useless stone has become the space's centerpiece, adding beauty and character. What we've witnessed is craftsmanship at its finest. A complete house built using traditional mortise and tenon joinery. A true masterpiece. We've seen interior finishing, custom furniture building, and complete bathroom and kitchen installations. Every piece fits. Every surface shines. Every joint holds strong. This is building without shortcuts, where precision meets tradition and patience creates permanence.